Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly Dungeon Master this evening. And tonight, or this afternoon, or this morning, wherever this finds you, whenever this finds you. And today we'll be playing, I've just got the one at hand here, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. This is carrying on with our ongoing game playing the campaign called Down and Out in Precinct 6, set in the plain-sized city of Ravnica, using the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. Of course, all my camera or my covers are all backwards, but I'm sure that you can suss out what game and what books we're playing with. And with me today are the stars of the Down and Out in Precinct 6 campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing. First up, we have from parts unknown, the mysterious Luchador.
Hello. Carl could not make it today, so now you have Hans El Malo, the Luchador, who's playing in his stead Trovic, who is a Path of the Berserker Barbarian and a Minotaur. So he's probably very good in the ring. He is also the Gruul clan in our Ravnica game.
Very nice. And for those listening at home as well, who may be joining us afterwards, a belated Happy Halloween. For those joining us live, Happy Halloween to everybody. I did have a mask I had on earlier, but it is very sweaty and very hard to understand what I'm saying. It just sounds like someone shouting into a tube, so I've foregone my mask. Next up, we've got Ingolf.
Yeah, hi, I'm Ingolf. I'm playing Vasul. As you can see in the picture, he's a Loxodon. An elephant humanoid, and he's a bard and also a member of the Azorius Senate and thinks he's in charge.
Nice. And last but certainly not least is Jeffrey.
Hi everybody, I'm Jeff and I'm playing Kabobo. He is a warlock goblin and he works for the Orzhov Syndicate.
Very nice. Now, at the time of recording, it's been about 2 weeks since we played last because I had the fucking temerity to go on vacation. Unbelievable.
A month, right? A month?
Yeah, so then it's been a month, yeah.
It's been a month? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, right. Because it's normally 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been a month, so oh my gosh. Even guys, what do you recall? I did watch the last session to bring myself back up to speed for what had been happening. What do you guys recall happening last session?
All right.
So I'll give you a hint. We did play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
I'll say what I recall.
Okay.
We did finally break into the vault after a second attempt. The first attempt we had to fall back because these creatures came from above, below, to the side and attacked us. There are these creatures that shot lightning, were healed by lightning, had looked ghostly, but like tentacles and stuff.
Yes.
So then we fell back, we reevaluated, we went back the next day and opened the vault. The three members of the clans who are represented on those weird, many hands, they weren't tentacles, okay. But yeah, they're very grabby, those creatures. Yeah.
And it proved quite effective
and the three
in
of
that.
us from the clans of these, symbols that you see, the Gruul clan and other clans that don't really matter. We opened the vault and then we went inside and then we found this big central room, and we're also, when these creatures with all the hands came, they actually grabbed some of our party members. So the big company-sized groups that we had, some of them were taken, because it's a representative of all the different guilds of Ravnica. So we were wanting to go in there and find the big treasure that was supposedly in here, but also to rescue our companions that have been taken. So we kind of get to the central room. There looks like a way up and a way down. Some people felt that this was maybe some sort of machinery or vehicle, even this tower. So there was a lot of lore that maybe the other people were more interested in. Trovic was just interested in finding the companions, right? And just kind of maybe even hit a rapport or an understanding with the big ogre guy that's around, that's looking for his. So we went up. Another group went down. We encountered some creatures that were very fungal in nature, oozy in nature.
Yes, there were the what do you call it? The spore creatures.
Support.
We saved the ogre. That's important.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the ogre got a little zonked. We lost Carl's camera. He's returned to parts unknown. Carl, can you hear us?
Oh, he reconnected.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm losing connection during my. Where did we lose me?
With the you were talking about the spores in the one laboratory.
Yeah, so we fought these fungal creatures, and it was a tough fight. I think it took a while, and it was touch and go for Trovic. He went down in health and up in health. So then when we finished with that combat, we continued up in this tower, and we found our companions, but we couldn't really revive them. They were hooked up to some sort of machineries, and we're still in a state of stasis. So now we're gonna run back down because we probably think the other group that went down is in trouble.
Now, do you guys recall anything else from that session?
Yeah, we found a library as well. And I think we also could identify what kind of device it was, a little bit at least.
Yep.
So I think Dr. Cardinal knew a little bit about it. But my character maybe has not listened carefully enough. So it's just some kind of device.
With those ears? Come on. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the only thing I would add is that the beings, the members of the Boros Legion and the other guild members that you guys encountered, they weren't actually hooked up to the machines, but they were in stasis of some kind. There we go. We got our final member of our party arriving.
And we were going down, so I think we were already on the way down, or
well, you guys you guys had where we left things was you guys had head up to the area. One of you had remembered that the Boros Legion often uses hippogriffs or griffins, and what you found was a strange, there was what would be a stable, but it seemed to have evidence of having been submerged. There was growths on the wood that made up the different paddocks in the stable. There was slime between the the grouting on the stone. And then when Dr. Cardinal tried to throw a message down to everyone else through the window, it kind of went off some kind of invisible barrier.
Yeah. So we decided at least we wanted to go down again, I suppose.
Yeah. All right, Mo, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can, yeah. Welcome back.
Yeah, slightly different venue.
Yeah. All right.
I'm in an isolation room now because my test came back positive.
Well, if you really needed to have a room to yourself, there could have been easier ways to go. I don't want to tell you how to do your business here, Mo. But...
Yeah. Let me just have a bit of my NHS soup.
Yeah. So we just the only thing you've missed has been a bit of a summary for what has happened thus far. Let's see here. We try refreshing again. The camera in Roll20 is being a pain in the ass today.
Yeah, it's going in and out.
Mm-hmm. And I don't mean to alarm you, Mo. We do have a mysterious luchador joining us today as well.
Hello.
All right. So then, guys, what we will open with is with Dr. Cardinal's message going off. Because as soon as that bolt hits the ground, the message is delivered. And it effectively said that we're in here, we found people, everything is fine. So you hear that in Dr. Cardinal's voice. Yep. Yeah, this is freezing up like crazy today. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
So
I think we have to go down again. It doesn't matter. We can't do anything above. We have to join the others. There was some kind of stairs down.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you guys You spare a last look back at Mizik's, Kabobo, and then you guys turn and begin heading down. Give me 1 second. I loaded a Fang Dragon in here. I just need to make sure. I mean, I've loaded just some pictures in here. And I just need to see where I've put them. There we go. All right. So, what you guys can see. Let me grab everybody. What do you think your marching order is as you're going down the stairs?
I mean, likely Trovik will be in the front since he's like the beat him up.
Yep. Are you leaving Chaba with Lizzie, or are you bringing him with you?
We should leave Chaba with those people in stasis, because what if something attacks them or happens to them? They're kind of vulnerable, so... I think that's probably a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
He probably prefers that.
Yeah, now that he's found Lizzie again, he really doesn't want to lose her again.
Yep.
No, absolutely. Makes sense.
So Trovik's up front. Who is next?
Yeah. Trovik is down a little bit. If there's any healing that people have, that would be kind of nice.
Yep. Definitely, we can heal him.
And you can as well, too. Remember, we're using, like, 4th edition
Oh, right.
rules,
I don't see how much...
If you've got any hit dice left, you could spend...
I got 2 hit dice left, but I might want to save them.
Okay.
Yeah. I can cast... Where are the spells?
What do you have? You got, like, 6... I think you're...
I also have Cure Wounds.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you got spells as well as...
Yeah, so I
You're
will
healing.
cast Cure Wounds on you.
Because I think you've got...
Because my other one is like good combat. It's like I can use it as a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
My
Yeah.
other healing. So, and I only have 2 of those left. Oh no, I have 4 of those left. But
Yeah.
I might as well save them.
Okay.
So if you ask, then Kabobo will cast Cure Wounds.
So there's a...
I always cast at the highest level of my spells. That's how the Warlock
Yes.
works, right?
Yep. Yeah, you
So I
always get
cast
the
at 3rd level.
biggest bang for your buck. Well,
Right.
yeah, because you're 5th level, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if the spell changes at that level.
It does for sure at 2nd. Oh, yeah, it does. There we go. So that's 17
Because the
back.
6 is the 6 is the bonus healing.
6 is the base. The higher level cast is on top. That's
Oh,
where
I
the
see.
extra
Okay,
2d8 comes from.
Faithful.
Okay.
So you get 17 total.
Yeah, so there's... What does it look like as you're causing this white mana to flow into Trovik?
It's probably very like glowy and restorative, like very magically restorative. It's not like sort of like you healing up your own, it's not like sped up healing. It's more like the cuts or the bruise just sort of, the light kind of covers it and then it's gone.
Nice. So you are fully restored then, Trovik.
Yeah, well, do you notice he is walking slowly? I mean,
Do you have an injury?
I know I have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Okay.
Oh, right.
From your...
Yeah,
My
frenzy.
speed is half. I don't know if anyone has anything.
To juice you up. Yeah, I don't know.
know about that.
It says a long rest of what I need to get rid of this.
Yeah, and I think like restoration, I think can get rid of a level of exhaustion. Maybe that's a pretty high level spell.
Yeah.
I don't have any
But-
Yeah, I
restoration.
know. I don't think you guys are the.
There is no rest for the weary. We have to.
No rest for you.
All right.
I think you need great. You might need greater rest.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, so then Trovik is up front, slowly making his way, and you guys can see that this big, burly Minotaur, his shoulders are slumped a little more than they normally are. As he's going down, making his way down the stairs. Next in line would be who?
Maybe Kabobo was close behind because if he just cast healing on him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're keeping your way, and then third.
I think it's Vasul, just because I think Dr. Cardinal wants to stay in the back and defend us from attackers from behind.
That sounds about right. All right. So then, you guys let's see, I think Vesul, you were the first one to, in spite of your claims to not hear things too well, I do know that your perception is quite good. You stop, and listen, and you can hear, you guys have passed by, let's see here, I haven't drawn the thing for you yet. I'm going to finish up this drawing of the actual map, but I've done a rough layout of here as well. So you pass by the living quarters coming down from the control center down to coming up to the part of the spiral staircase that passes the library. And what you can hear up ahead, Vessel, is the sound of thump. Something hitting the ground. Thump. Thump.
Oh, gosh.
And it's not at a regular pace. It's not like a, dripping faucet or something like that. It's at, there's a pause and then there's another one and then there's a shorter pause and another one and there's a longer pause and another. And
someone is coming. Maybe someone big.
It sounds like something. Why don't you give us a perception check? Let's see if we can identify what it sounds like.
Okay.
The one thing I cannot do is any knocking sounds or any dropping of things sounds will just make Anna go bananas. So it's the one thing that I cannot do. When we were playing... It
will be a 16.
16. Oh, nice. Okay. So, it sounds, honestly? It sounds like a book hitting the ground.
A book hitting the ground?
Yeah.
I hear books. I don't know.
So you stop, and you guys have light from Dr. Cardinal's, the end of his quarrel, or bolt, and Kabobo, I believe you have light from the end of your staff as well, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. But what you can see up ahead is there is a slight bit of luminescence coming from the library.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do? You're about halfway around this kind of the spiral staircase that's leading down towards where the entrance, the level where the library is located.
Hey,
someone makes loud noises in the library. What? Sorry.
I'll very quietly suggest, well, maybe someone else is in there looting the place. Maybe we should sneak up to the door and have a quick look. Who is the sneakiest of us all?
Not Krovit.
And not Azul.
Kabobo puts his hands on his hips. What are you suggesting?
What? Just because I'm small?
And you steal
But you're
shit.
less intimidating.
I actually am not that good at sneaking.
Oh, sneaking. I thought you said speaking.
Does Rip need to be visible in order to see, for you to see through his eyes?
Maybe not. I mean, maybe I could just send Rip in there. I don't know if it said. I've never read that specifically.
Let's see here. So you're warlock.
Where's the?
Let's see here.
Or we go in and just...
It is. I think it's the same as a normal find familiar.
I'm not sure what it is in 5th. I know that higher level familiars you can see through their
Yeah,
see through their senses. But
we've been running over the past year like 4 different editions of the game. So
that's Pathfinder 1. No.
Yeah,
I know.
Here you go. It counts as find familiar. Okay, so I'm looking at find familiar.
Yeah, it's the same as find familiar.
While your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. In addition, as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes. You don't need to see it in order to do that. So because Rip can be invisible as an imp, you could, in theory, just have him fly forward and sort of concentrate.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll say. I think I'll say I'm not very sneaky, but Rip is. I don't even know if you guys have seen Rip yet.
Maybe once. I
Yeah,
don't even
maybe
know.
once.
Yeah, when you guys were on the boats.
Yeah, so I'll send him out. Oh yeah, when he was on the boats, he was around. Yeah.
Yeah. So Rip goes flying, and I guess the benefit is he's got like a dark vision for 120 feet, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got crazy dark vision.
Yeah. So here's what you see is, and this is not a direct kind of thing. It's just something to give you an atmospheric kind of feel for the library. So here is the library. Let me move this down just a scooch. Now, the actual library itself extends out for an entire floor here, so it's a much bigger complex than just this small little bit. But and there are no windows in here either, so it is quite dark in there. But what we can picture, like Rip sort of like goes flitting over and then kind of, you know, grabs onto the mortar work or one of the lintel or something like that on the door and kind of like is looking around. And what you can see, there is a faint light that's about maybe 2 stacks back, and Rip can hear thump, thump, another thing drop into the ground.
I'll tell him to fly closer to the light.
Okay, so he flies, and it's that you know, like you know, fly eye cam where it's sort of disorienting for you because you're seeing through. Yeah, someone else is moving when you don't have control over the view. What you can see floating in there is a werewolf. No.
Wouldn't surprise me. It is Halloween.
Yes. What you see
we never know where that owl's going to take us from yesterday.
It says a lot about how. I realized I fucked up a couple of things too that would have made that would have blunted a couple of things for the botches, because if you had, I think it's 3 or 4 dots in something, you get to take a specialty which makes your 10s explode. So you get to roll them again. So we would have had, for some of your characters, we would have had less bad results. And a dodge is a difficulty 5, not a difficulty 6. So you guys would have had an easier job getting out of the way of those bullets. What I'm saying is that it's made things even harder for you guys than it already was. So this is what you see floating in there.
Oh.
And it's just going along, and now that you're close enough, you can kind of hear its voice, which sounds like ethereal and like as if it doesn't have the full force of living breath behind it. And what it's saying is, it's, you know, floating over and with that weird hunched kind of, you know, back, and it's looking at these books and then says, no, and drops something down, and then looks at the next one, no, and down it goes.
I mean, I'm used to seeing spirits, so it's not a very shocking thing for me to see.
Let's do this. You're actually right. Why don't you give us an Arcana check, please? See what else you can tell about this thing because of your familiarity. A 3. So now is a good time to remind us how Astonishing Fortune works in here. So you guys have 8 points of Astonishing Fortune. You can spend 1 point to roll a roll with advantage. You can spend 2 points to re-roll the roll if you like.
No, I think there'll be more trouble later. I think that this is just...
It's not a crit fail, so...
No, and it's... Maybe I've never seen a spirit quite like this one.
No, and that's... Yeah, you're completely unfamiliar with something... at least this.
Well, it doesn't look humanoid, right? A lot of the ones I interact with are, the spirits of humanoids, right?
In general, like just in general, in background, in Magic the Gathering or in the setting, there can be geists of different colors of magic, and what they are is it's sort of like ghosts from from a lot of other settings where it's. Sometimes it's actual parts of the living creature's soul that persists. Sometimes it's just an echo of some kind. So it could be rage in the form of a red geist, or some task or secret in the form of a blue geist. Something vengeful and or forcefully brought back in the form of a black geist, or just something benevolent or at least benign in the form of a white geist.
Right. So that's what I'll tell everyone is there seems to be some kind of a geist in the library. And as far as I can tell, it's searching for a certain book.
Kabobo, would you give us
just
just
white would give us an indication as to what manner or which color it's going under? Could it be
I don't think with a
guild it
roll of
might
3 I really know.
Yeah.
oh.
Now,
Well, I
we'll
could
give
try
you
and
2
sneak up and
guesses,
have a
though.
look.
Magic the Gathering is really not known for its subtlety in its settings, so, you know. Why don't you give...
So then have a look. I think just go. I think Bazul is happy with anyone going, except him.
It could be
All right,
it could be completely harmless.
I'll sneak up to the door jam and very carefully poke my head round to have a look.
Okay. You can see, as I described, there's a bit of a like a soft white light that you can see that's about 2 stacks back, and from in there you can hear the sound of falling books again, you know.
So I'd have to move inside to get a view of it.
To actually see it, yeah. You'd have to make another, or get yourself a little further in.
Okay, very carefully, I will walk in and attempt to effectively go to the end of the stack and just look around.
Okay. No one else is joining Dr. Cardinal?
No, I think maybe stay by the door for now.
Sure.
Okay. So, Dr. Cardinal, you make your way in. You get to the stack and you know, look around the corner, and you can see again, dunk, another book goes down. It's exactly as I described to Kabobo. No. Dunk. Those long fingers reaching out and dropping another one down.
I can see it now.
Yep. I'm not sure what you're rolling for, Mo. I didn't ask you to roll anything.
Oh, right, no, I'm trying to work out what I think it is. As a second opinion to Kabobo, but if you think that's pointless,
You don't have... The reason I was letting Kabobo roll is because the Orzhov Syndicate deals with spirits of all kinds. I mean, it's a good roll. So you can... I mean, you would guess that this is a white geist as well, but...
So it's speaking in common?
Yes.
Oh, in that case, I'll observe for another 10 or 20 seconds, and then I'll say, excuse me, can I help you with your search?
Its head kind of turns towards you, the top of it drifting away like, you know, mist or smoke or steam. And it says, I left it here somewhere.
I know, my laboratory's like that as well. What were you particularly looking for?
Are you the librarian?
Yeah, I'm going to pretend to be the librarian. Yes, of course. What were you actually looking for? Maybe I can help you.
Why don't you give us a deception check?
I'm going to actually do this.
And I will remind you, you can spend 1 point of Astonishing Fortune to roll with advantage.
Yeah,
if you choose.
Yes, I will do that, I think.
Okay. So you guys have 5 points of Astonishing Fortune.
Yes.
Nice, nat 20. Oh, good. Now hold on, I gotta grab one thing. Whoop.
Yeah, we did have a quick search of this place, so yeah. I can always roleplay the absent-minded librarian to the hilt. That's my first job, actually, stacking shelves in a library.
Since John is not playing in this campaign, who normally diligently tracks our Astonishing Fortune, we need to have another way of tracking it. And to do that, I've grabbed some M&Ms. And I'll eat M&Ms as you use your Astonishing Fortune.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Absolutely. And if you're saying, Kev, that it sounds like an excuse for you to eat candy, I'd say, well, yeah, probably that too. So, 1 point of Astonishing Fortune gone. Mem.
That's funny.
What he says is, oh, good. I left my lantern somewhere in here, but my lantern is invisible, and I need it to see things invisible. Do you know what section I might find that in?
Can you remember which section you were in when you last had it?
I cannot. Let's see. And the guy just kind of turns over and looks at another book. No. Tunk, and it goes off the shelf. And he moves to the next one.
Well, wouldn't you put your lantern down on a table or a flat surface? Or are you looking at books?
I concealed it behind a book.
Oh, well. In that case, we just need to be methodical about it and do this shelf by shelf. Let me help you.
This.
Are there any
If
sort
you're
of
going
library
shelf by shelf,
cards or
book by book, Mo, if you're going shelf by shelf and book by book, this will take you days.
Oh, okay.
It's a pretty sprawling library.
I think at this point we would
What's your
probably
name?
come in if he's just conversing with
Yeah.
it.
Sure. Okay.
Or at least Kaboba would.
Sure.
Can
So
Rip see invisible stuff?
cannot, no. Vestal
No,
has
I
a
don't
spell
have.
to be able to do that.
Oh.
Yeah, but I used it last time, unfortunately.
I'm not telling you what you got available to you. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, did you have it memorized or is it a ritual? Actually, do I have it as a ritual?
Yeah, I can do it as a ritual, but maybe, I don't know. Wait a minute. But yeah, but that's not the point. Just let Kaboba enter first. I mean, I can look
Sure.
it up.
I can do see invisibility if I can do that as a ritual.
What? Hold on, Mo. Do you have that prepared?
No, but I thought if it wasn't prepared, you could do some of them as rituals.
No. If
Oh,
you've
right, okay.
prepared it, you can then cast it as a ritual.
Ah, right. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Getting confused between systems.
That's okay.
Well, I mean, we could have a long rest here, or maybe suggest to.
Mo, I hate to revisit this only because I have just heard it watching the session again. Remember, in 5th edition, you can't just go back-to-back long rests. You guys have barely are like 2 or 3 hours into the day. You can't take another long rest for another like 19 hours.
Oh, right. Well, we have to go down and come out and come back later. So did he respond to my question about his name?
Well, hold on. Let's let the entire team, for one thing, make a decision for how you want to proceed.
Okay.
And going out and coming back in is not what I'm not sure if everyone has signed on board for that. So let's just see. Kabobo, you walk up, and what you can see is exactly the Geist appears to have put its attention back to taking books off of the shelf.
Okay, I'll say to Dr. Cardinal, did you decide figure out what he's up to?
Casey's left a lantern here, but he's hidden behind some of the books. He didn't respond to my question about his name, did he?
Did you ask his name?
Yeah, I think I did just before we. Well, if we didn't, I'll ask it now.
Okay. He looks back and says, "I."
Mordis, and they tell us.
And he stops and kind of thinks. Senator Balistan.
Does that ring any bells, people?
You can. Anyone who's got training in history can make a history check.
Yeah, I can do
You
that.
do need training in this one, just because it's going to be a really obscure.
I do, but do you want to go first and I'll assist? Or
No, you go. My character doesn't even know because he isn't in the room. I just.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I see what you mean. Right, well, I'll have a.
Nice. So what you recall is Senator Balistan. This is someone who was like back at the time of the Guild Pact. He was not the key member of the Azorius Senate to sign the pact, but it's a name that dates from that period.
I'll say to Kabebo, maybe we'll get the others in and decide what we want to do here.
Sure. It's curious. I'll go grab everyone else.
Okay. So Trovik, if we see Vasul and Trovik outside, I think Trovik, you maybe have like your arm on the wall to rest, just to catch your breath still. But as soon as Kabobo walks over, you hoist your axe back up. And what do you say, Kabobo?
He does appear to be a harmless geist. He is searching for a lantern in there. I don't know how much it, concerns us, but what do you guys think?
How long
Do we ignore this geist, or do we?
How long do you think it
sure
would take to find the lantern?
Yeah.
Days.
Is this person important?
I mean,
I don't know,
possibly. I don't know.
I'll explain that he's like 10,000 years old, from the time of the original Guild Pact.
Is that how long ago that is? Wow.
Yeah.
Is it 10k? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our time is the days, the years since the Guild Pact. So you would know exactly that it was 10,000 years ago.
Okay. He's an extremely old geist.
Yeah. Kabobo, what you would know too is that like the magical formation that makes up the geists, like what can happen over time is that magic can slowly kind of unweave, and as a result it can have older spirits can sometimes be a little kooky, partly because of the length of time that has passed, and partly because like part of their essence is dissipating over time.
Right.
But there's something, Vasul, now that you've heard this, why don't you give us a history check with advantage, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Gosh, you really wish you had those documents that you reviewed with that guy from House Dimir. Because that name, Senator Balistan, I'll put it in chat for you guys as well, too. It really rings a bell. What you can also tell, this is not something you need to roll for, a senator is someone of high standing, obviously, in the Azorius Senate.
Yeah. So maybe, I don't know, so Vasul sees this geist as well, and he can interact with it.
Yep.
So so I'd say, excuse me, high esteemed senator, may I
once again, the head kind of drifts over to you.
Yeah.
Hello. Are you a librarian too?
I'm sorry. I'm just here by the order of the Azorius Senate. I have to run an errand. I would
Kind of
ask
drifts
you a question.
back a bit.
You are with the Senate.
Yes.
Have you come to assist with finding the lantern?
That might be part of my my job. I don't really know right now.
Wonderful.
And it drifts over towards you, say with those long, spindly arms, and he puts one hand out.
A pleasure to meet a fellow guildsman.
Yeah. just to make sure I'm at the right place. So this is we are in the tower of there was a name. I'm sorry.
Zunak's Tower.
Yes, Zunak's Tower. Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm really sorry, but right now I was in Precinct 10. I'm sorry, Precinct 10, 7. I don't know. So is it supposed to be here?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's...
He's shaking his head.
Things have gone so terribly,
And he looks up and sees Trovik.
oh, a gruel. It's him.
Uh-oh.
And he kind of goes back, and you can hear dunk, 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 a couple of books fall off the shelf as he kind of goes back.
You've already done enough, Garsuth. What more did you want to do?
He's saying this to you, Trovik.
It says Garsul. Is that
Garsuth.
Yeah. Garsuth. That's a name, I think.
You can give us a...
Well, I'll just say I think it's a name. That's what.
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
so.
Well, the thing is, there's a chance...
I am not Garsuth. I am Trovik.
Wait.
And once again, he kind of drifts forward. The scraps of his clothing kind of disappearing off into mist behind, and he focuses those two empty white sockets on you.
No. You're much smaller than he.
And he looks at you, Vasul.
Why is a gruel here?
A joint committee of the Guild Pact has...
Wait.
He's guilt.
Is that an Isitor as well?
Yes.
Oh. You haven't come to repair it, have you? Because he'll be very angry at that.
And who exactly is he?
Garsuth.
Ah, okay. So we don't really know what we've come here. We have come to investigate, and all guilds agreed that this has to be explored.
Explored? Why are all the guilds looking for my lantern?
We were looking at the tower, not specifically for your lantern.
The tower own... No. No. If you... Oh, you are new here. You... Valustra will take you. She's gone mad.
Ah, I see. And she's of House Dimir?
You do know.
Then we must... And those ghostly hands kind of rest on your shoulders.
We need to find the lantern. It's the only way we can find her. Then we can free those others, and they can go. And we won't anger Garsuth.
Okay, so I look at the others. I think we have to find the lantern.
Will you all help find the lantern?
I will.
Of course.
So will I.
You. Wait.
And he's looking at... At first you think he's looking at you, but in a weird way, Kabobo. But once again, you realize that he's kind of looking just slightly off to your right.
Yep.
What are you doing here?
Oh?
We honored the pact. It remains. And it is still safe. No, we wish no amendments. Yes. Then you must tell him, and they must not stay.
You have no idea who he's talking to. Kabobo has some indication, I think, of who he's talking to, but you cannot see who he's talking to.
No.
I think we need this lantern really quick.
And let us commence.
And he drifts back over to where he was.
No.
Dunk.
No.
Dunk. Now, he's going to be quite occupied with that. Do you guys have any theories or suggestions for how better to approach this task?
Dr. Cardinal sort of winces as he hears the book flopping on the ground. Then he's going to say, well, libraries normally have an index. And if we could find the index, we could maybe work out which shelves might be appropriate for the Azorius Senate. And then that might narrow it down, but... But I mean, we could just split up and just, like, work at it.
A very long shot, so I could just cast Dispel Magic against invisibility and hope that I will just hit the book.
Oh, that's what you mean, and you might just hit it and then we'd see the light behind? Yeah, that could work. But this is quite a large library. So maybe...
Yeah, so it's just 120 feet around me, so I have to be... Yeah. But how large is the library?
The library fills the entire floor on here, so it's got to be like, I don't know, maybe 300 feet. Yeah, it's like a city block
library
long.
Reading room size, I would imagine, or something like that.
I've been rewatching
one of the big Smithsonian ones.
I was rewatching Endeavor with my folks when I was on vacation because they haven't seen it. And there's the one where they're going around in one of the Oxford libraries. What's that?
Maybe the Bodleian Library, I think.
Oh, I don't know the name of it, but it was...
Yeah, there's some fairly massive ones there.
Yeah. Okay, so say choose one object or magical within range. Oh, so it isn't, from the way I'm reading Dispel Magic, it isn't like an aura. You choose one creature, one object, or one magical effect within range. Is it the invisibility that you were thinking of focusing on? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I was just, I don't know. So you can say it doesn't work, then it's okay.
No, it's, I'm wondering where you wish to cast it.
Yeah, that's a problem. So I see, just with pure luck, I could stand at the right spot. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there's probably, like, let's do this. Given the size and your positioning, assuming you're going to pick kind of like an optimal position to catch as much of the library as you can, let's say there's about a 1 in 6 chance. So just on a random chance you may catch it, that chance may improve if you are able to sort of find other ways to potentially narrow down that search. Do the rest of you guys have any ideas? Because that does sound like it would likely work. Whatever this thing is, I can't tell you that that type of artifact, like a lantern of discernment or a lantern of revealing, that's something that is pretty standard issue for mid to high level Azorius senators. So you're familiar enough with the operating, unless this is something special. You're familiar with how that operates. This would definitely dampen that effect.
Okay, so we need some clues where it is, and if I get close enough, I could maybe cast a spell to reveal the lantern, but I need more like hints on which part of the library we have to search.
Bobo and Trowick, have you got any ideas? I think I have another suggestion, but you go first.
Well, if you were to think like an Azorius, where would they hide something, right? Like, what would their train of thought be to find a good hiding space?
I know it's a bit of a long shot, but are the shelves actually marked? You know, is there a Dewey Decimal?
There is some logic to this too, and there is a card index for finding everything in the library. Yeah.
Like if we found it, we wouldn't see it, correct, Kevin?
Correct.
Like it's invisible? Yeah, okay. So he has to find it.
Maybe we could look at the card index and look for the section that holds Azoria Senate books. I mean, that's one way of possibly increasing the
So if I were in the Senate, I wanted to hide it, I would hide it, I don't know.
Well, the gentleman said he lost it. So he
lost it, but he concealed it.
Yeah, he concealed it. So he hid it, and then... So it's somewhere he chose to put it.
Well, maybe not in the Azoria Senate section then.
Yes.
Who is the diametrically opposed guild?
Rakdos.
Because I mean the opposite.
Yeah.
Because maybe you hid it in that section.
You're assuming there is a section for that.
Yeah. Well, we'll have a quick look at the index then. And how is it organized by...
There appears to be works from the Azorius Senate, from House Dimir, which is an eclectic collection, and the Gruul clans, which is mostly scrolls and tablets and things like that. Pieces of bone that have had, words carved onto them.
Well...
You don't have inspiration then. I think we...
No. I mean, House Dimir is known for their deception, but I don't know that would be what he would think. Ask him who he was hiding the lantern from.
Yeah, we know that already. From the Dimir ghost.
Oh, he was hiding it from her. Okay.
So it sort of makes sense he wouldn't hide it in a section that Dimir high up might actually know the section quite well. Would sort of be one of the other sections.
Right.
So, and we need the lantern to make this balustra visible, I suppose, and then maybe we can talk to her, or even I don't know, maybe she can attack us otherwise or something like that. So I think it's important to have that.
Well, they did mention they could set the others free, so whether that's the key to
Well, who seems to be the danger here?
Yeah, but so I cast the invisibility in the area where we were when we found our comrades, and I couldn't see anything. So I really doubt that the lantern would change that, but maybe it would. I don't know.
If it is like the ones that, like the other ones you've heard of or seen in the Azoria Senate, it would unlikely reveal anything further in that location, but in other locations, perhaps.
Yeah, it might, yeah.
Is he, sorry, Kevin, is he reading the titles of the books and then saying no?
Yes.
Or is he, so he might know the title of the book that it's hidden in. He's not opening them and looking, he's
looking at the spines and then dropping them down.
Yeah. Maybe ask him if he can help us with the title or with some indicator he's looking for. Even if we can't see the book, maybe we can narrow it down.
So what do you ask him?
His name was Ballaston?
Belastin.
Blaston?
Yes.
What is it you're checking on the spines of the books?
I'm trying to remind myself. I know I'll remember it when I see it.
Is the title of the book have something to do with the hidden lantern?
No. But I know it was something clever.
I'm going to suggest maybe we should get him to look through the index, which would be quicker.
No. I need to see the book. Dunk.
How do you want us to search? To look at the Kabobo, Dr. Cardinal Vasul.
Well, the problem is if we look at the spine of the book, we won't necessarily have the same...
No, we'd have to take
I
forward.
love the idea of you guys for years. Is it this? No. Is it this? No. Nothing but epic adventures here on the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel.
Right?
Yeah. So let's see. So this lantern, you left it here years and years ago, yes? Maybe when you are still.
Once again, looks over.
Yes. Before I died.
Okay.
Oh.
So it won't have any smell or something, like we could identify a certain smell.
Does he know where he died?
In the laboratory. A trick from those who wished to gain Zunak's tower and its prize.
Seem to remember we searched the laboratory. Is that the next one down?
It is 2 down. There's a laboratory, and then there's that spore lab that you guys came through.
Didn't we find a skeleton as well?
Yes.
I remember
Yeah.
some.
With the markings of the Azorius Senate on it.
Well, maybe we could inspect the remains. Maybe he's got some notes, or
You found nothing on the remains. You guys had already checked
we
that.
didn't, did we? No.
And he probably wouldn't have written down where he hid the lantern, because otherwise, I mean, hiding makes not so much sense.
He looks at you and says, "Why would I do that when I remember?"
Yes.
Dunk.
Yeah. The
No.
only thing, so you maybe you remember when we were so I don't know, but in my studies I always had this idea to remind myself of the vast amount of tomes of law I had to learn to take my part in the Azorius Senate. And I
Yes.
built this mental place to order things in my head and to remember.
Yes.
Did you do something similar?
I did. And I know I will remember when I see it.
Yeah, that is great, but
No.
maybe
Dunk.
we can help you remember just by reminding you with this.
I know it was the last place that she would think to look.
Yeah.
In my life, I was clever. No. Dunk. No. Dunk.
So yeah, then we should just check the gruel section maybe. But
So the
Could
goal
we
section
just-
would take, surprisingly, each of the houses has about a third of the library.
yeah. So maybe we could. I was just thinking maybe I could just like telling a story like of remembering or so, helping the ghost to remember such a thing, or maybe Kabobo, you could help here. You seem to have some familiarity with ghosts.
Trovic may have some insight here too, because the thing about the Gruul clans is they don't, it may not surprise you to learn, they don't really have a written tradition. There are things that are like memory enhancers for the oral tradition, things like bones or, marked up, shields or whatnot. If he's saying that there's a book that he's hid it behind and he's not being metaphorical, that would be an unusual thing to find in any collection of knowledge of the Gruul. Other guilds like to think that the Gruul are ignorant and live only in the moment, but they are fools. And that's part of the reason that the Gruul are able to maintain their traditions over such a long time, is because they hide their knowledge where none of these highfalutin, fancy pants, guilds would think to look, which is within themselves, within the memory of the shaman and the lore keepers and things like that, the storytellers.
Yeah. How do we help him to maybe retrace, encourage him to retrace his steps from when he died, from when he was killed and he hid the book, right?
He can't quite remember. Like, this is a part of the problem of being a 10,000-year-old ghost, is that you lost some of your mind. So mechanically, guys, it sounds like there's a couple of things you could be doing here. Trovic, or anyone really, investigation would help you sort of like get some time looking through the shelves and see if there's anything that would stand out. You mentioned the index as well too. You may find something in there. And if there has been some discussion of some spells to use as well.
Yeah, I was thinking more like some kind of evocation of some kind of emotion, like singing a bar song about whatever the importance of remembering the right place in I don't know. I suppose that there should be some kind of tradition in the Azorius Senate just to have this kind of, I don't know, rituals for
well, one of the things I imagine, one of the things I think that you would early on commit to memory is the Lex, what is it, a Lex Codex, like the Book of Law.
Yeah.
The Azorius Senate, one of the things you would need to be able to do is make sure you're cognizant of all the different laws and regulations and whatnot that you are in charge of. And this is akin to like memorizing the Bible, because there's, with 10,000 years and so many different exceptions, a less religious one would be like the Code of Hammurabi, right? It's a thing that's solely, or the code, what is it, Justinian Code, the buildup of all the different laws over 1,000 years, but multiply that by 10. That's the stuff that you maybe all Azorius would know. The challenge for you might be is distinguishing what would be law at the time of this guy's life and the law that's developed since that time.
Yeah, my idea was just to get him more in this groove and put him in a state where he feels more fluid to remember stuff.
You could try. It's that may not be possible just because of the damage that's happened to his corporeal form. It's just not, what questions you're getting or answers you're getting out of him may be as good as he can muster.
Okay.
Because the Geist is not a living being still too, right? So
I see. No problem.
So what do the rest of you guys think?
Hang on a second.
I think we just start looking around. I mean, that's the best thing we can do.
Okay.
But I guess Trovik would suggest that maybe it's not quite so obvious it's not behind a book, but
Okay.
something more metaphorical, book-like.
Yeah.
Okay. So Trovik, what are you planning on doing? Are you looking in the Gruul section? Is that?
Is there, so this library just all books, or is there anything not book in the library?
The Gruul section is, at a glance, it doesn't look like there's anything that resembles an actual book.
Yeah.
But it is. It takes up a third of this space, right? So.
Yeah. So he's gonna look around and see, if there's anything, right,
Sure.
fitting the description of the lantern or whatever.
Why don't you give us an... Trovik seems to be wandering over to the Gruul section to look around. Vessul or Kabobo, anything you guys wish to do?
Okay, I guess I could help look through the Gruul section and just look for anything that I think would be a clever place to hide a book. I mean, he thinks it's a clever place. That's about all I have is to try to think cleverly and look through the sections.
Okay. And Vessul, what are you thinking?
I could use my investigation ability and just try to just look through the index and just see and think what kind of clever thing I would think he did.
Sure. So let's do this. Let's have Vessul give us an investigation roll with advantage. Because Trovik, you're sort of asking that. All right, so you're looking around through the Gruul section, and it's as you described. Like, it's war trophies that have had things scrawled onto it. It's the bones of massive beasts and whatnot. Trovik, this is this isn't like an epic triumph or like hall of victory almost of the successes of the early Gruul clans. Of note, there's a lot of artifacts that are clearly marked by what are now other guilds that have been defeated. Boros Legionnaires, things like that, weapons and robes, army banners. And then you spot something that seems curious. Mm-hmm. And it's sitting on, I think Vessul maybe you rest your hand, Trovik, sort of rest, and you end up on what you think is an open piece of what do you call it, of shelving that doesn't have something in front of it. So you sort of rest your hand, and then you're like, wait, what the? And you pull back and lift up. It appears to be a quartermaster's guide from the Boros Legion. It's about that thick, and if you pick it up, there is a stab mark that goes through the entire book, and there is a stain on it as well, too. So, Vessul, as soon as you see him pick this up, you think, well, that's a book.
Okay, so maybe let's look there.
Or maybe this will trigger something. You could feel around the shelf but maybe take this to the Geist. Maybe this means something.
Yeah.
Oh, I would suggest we just take all the books out from that shelf and just feel around.
Mo, you may have missed it. There's no books there. This is the only book they've found in the entire Gruul section.
We'll do that. Just, that seems obvious, but maybe it's more subtle.
Okay, let's try that.
Okay, so you are, bringing it back to the senator?
Yeah, Balston.
Okay, so you can hear he's still, doing those, and then who is it who brings the book to him?
I would say his fellow guild member.
Okay.
Yeah. So, highly honorable senator, was it this book?
His eyes, the white things get bigger. Yes. He drifts forward, pulls it, and then like picks it up. He looks over, and then there's a light that's coming from elsewhere in the library.
Ah, I think we found it.
And he looks back at you. Would you be so good as to retrieve that, Vasul?
Yeah, I will, certainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, give me 2 moments here. Where's that Fang Dragon?
Yeah.
Just get in. Here we go. I have not checked yet to see if the Fang Dragon is in Fizban's Guide to Dragons.
You would kind of imagine it is.
You would think that, I mean, with all the different gem dragons and shit that are in there. I know I flipped through it, but I just can't remember offhand. I probably would have made a shitty joke about it had I discovered it. So, let's see here. Okay, now because I'm thinking Fizban, I'm putting that into my search here. Kev, you dummy. All right, let's see. I think this is what I want. Yes. So. You should have your Lantern of Revealing in your inventory now, Vessel.
Ooh.
Ah, that's cool.
So it was the book?
Yes, it was the only book in the entire Gruul section. So you get this thing, and it looks, it looks like it's old. You know, it's made of a kind of corroded white steel of some kind. Creaks a bit when you pick it up, but yeah, it gives off light, and you realize that, like, at a thought, you can cause it to brighten, to darken, to whatever. It can be a bullseye lantern only in one direction. It can be a lantern to give off everything.
Okay.
You found yourself a what do you call it? Ravnica version of a ring light. So you're ready for your podcast, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So what do you, with that, you then hear kind of a creaking as doors shut.
Uh-oh.
You put the lantern over, and the senator said, with the rest of you guys still back in the Azoria section with him, he says, "Oh no. Oh no. He heard us." And what you can see, Vasul, is you're surrounded by just, you know, not books, but like trophies and whatnot. You can first see there's a little bit of like a tassel from on the top of a helmet of some kind, perhaps from one of the more, you know, forest-oriented or nature-oriented things, the Celestine Conclave or something like that. It catches fire. And Kabobo, you and Trovik and Dr. Cardinal can see that one or two of the books that have fallen to the ground that have actually got opened up, their pages catch fire.
Out, you have to go out.
Okay, so you can hear Vasul shouting that out from the middle, from his section of the library. You guys will have to sort of meet up in the middle and then make your way to the doors.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone races over, including the senator, and he drifts over and gets to what you guys can see is that the sound that you heard was the doors to the library slamming shut.
Uh-oh.
And what happens with Balistan is he just passes harmlessly through the door. And then his head pokes back through and he says, "Come on! What are you doing?"
So we can't do that.
Oh, he's here. He's here.
So, Trovik, just try to. Can you open the door?
I try to smash through it or muscle my way through it if you want.
Fuck. Would you give us a dexterity check against, let's say DC 13, please? Save, not check. Nice. So you touch it briefly, and then you bring your hand back. The handle is scalding hot. It's like touching a branding iron. You take no damage from it, thanks to your fast reflexes, but you then hear there's light coming from behind you as more of the library is beginning to catch fire. And something raises up from the ground. Now allow me to show you. It forms with the charred bits of paper that begin to pick up in the updrafts that are forming with this spreading fire. And it towers up 10 to 15 feet tall. We'll take our mid-session break. So we'll be back momentarily, and then we'll see how our heroes handle Garsuth. All right, so back in 5 minutes, folks.
Okay.
Freaking Garsuth.
All right. Are you back with us, Mo?
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, the nurse just came in to hook me up to the drip, so...
Oh, sure. That is no problem at all. All right.
Yeah, you don't need to see me getting injected on stream.
No problem. I'm not squeamish about such things, but I do appreciate your for the folks who may be. All right. Oh. Yeah, so yesterday's werewolf game was quite a bit of fun.
Yeah, I was getting into the character. I've always wanted to play a glasswalker, but I was going to base it on someone I know who's an employment lawyer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So he'd be like the union lawyer in Chicago or somewhere like that. And Pat's the real deal. But yeah,
cool.
I don't have that sort of thing. But I quite like the idea of trust fund, because that would be really old money, and
Yeah. Well, and having like unlimited access to resources, it's that joke from Justice League. That, like, what's your superpower? I'm really rich. Like, it's not. It's actually, I'm not sure if he took it directly, but there's an older Grant Morrison comic about like a Japanese super team, and one of them is I can't remember what the character's name is. Like, all the characters have these really like very like Asian flavored kind of names, like Glorious something Bat Fellow or something like that. And his superpower was mega rich, so he can just afford everything. So that was pretty. I'm not sure if Snyder took it from there or not, but all right. Okay, so I need to take a look at the rules for Garsuth the Gruesome. Ooh.
Let's just say he looks dangerous.
Yeah, it looks bad.
Yeah, he definitely is a more dangerous Geist than what Balastan is. All right, so I think we're all back, guys. So let's do this. Beep. That's everyone click on their tokens, and we'll roll initiative. Let's grab some dice, too. Wo ist mein Dice? What's the German word for dice?
Würfel.
What is it?
Würfel.
Rolfig?
Nein, Würfel.
Oh, can you put it in chat? Let me try and... Right, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. Oh! Wölfen.
Yeah, no, that's an L at the end. Würfel. Würfel, yeah.
Würfel,
it's a little
okay.
bit like wolf, the English wolf. But
Wolf, okay. Wölfen.
yeah.
I love German. It was the second to last language I took a little bit of, which means that all of it blends together. So when I try and speak in either German, French, or Spanish, it all just ends up mashing together.
Yeah. Actually, I think the word means a small piece of thing that is thrown. So it's just...
Oh, yes, because German words are nothing if not literal.
I love that part of the language. Little things you roll. Perfect.
I've shared my favorite one. My favorite German word is potato salad. Kartoffelsalat. All right, then let's roll initiative. Okay. Oh, you guys all did that already for Garsuth. We got a 12, right? Do we have everybody in there? We do. Let's go on descending. All right, so we can picture that we have everyone slammed up against the door. There is, let me put token for Balastan down here. Balastan is at the door, halfway through it. First up will be, and he's going to act at the end of the round because he's a little addled. First up is Dr. Cardinal. Dr. Cardinal, what would you like to do?
So how far away is Garsuth?
Garsuth is about 30 feet away from you at this point. No, he's in the middle of the library, so it's got to be more than that. It's got to be like close to 100 feet.
Well, I'm out of spells versus cantrips, so Shocking Grasp isn't going to work at the moment.
I don't know. He looks like it would be very huggable. What are you thinking? What are you going to do?
I think I'm going to shoot him.
Okay, shooting. Nice shot.
That is a magic weapon, so +1.
Okay. Is that that's already included in your bonus, I think.
Yes, that is the. It's one of his infusions.
No, I'm not asking the source of
you...
it. I'm just saying that the bonus has already been included.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
so
sorry, it is, isn't it? I coded that properly. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, and that seems to hit him. But it's magical as well too. Then it is. Is that it for you, Dr. Cardinal?
Hang on. So move, shoot, reaction, isn't it? I'm going to maybe move 10 feet to the side, so we're not all bunched up.
Okay.
I don't want him throwing fireballs at us.
All right, come on, would I do that to you guys?
Oh, it'll probably be something even worse.
Yeah. How about flying sticky books that are on fire? That sounds fun. Vasul, you're up next.
Yeah. I think I would just say it like it is and use vicious mockery.
Nice.
And say, after all this time, you're still doing Valustra's bit and attacking us when you should attack her. So, let's see.
Go ahead and give us a...
So I think you have to...
I need a save. Yes, of course. Sorry.
Yes.
All right, I have -1 to my save. I rolled a 5. So that's a fail.
So, okay. So no, this was already. So I had 7 of psychic damage.
7 psychic damage. You got it. Yeah, and that you hitting on Valustra seems to really have hit a bit of a sore spot, as it were. Yeah. So, and he will have a disadvantage on his attacks next round, right? Is it attacks or attacks and saves? Well, actually, there's a spell description.
We can just click on the description.
Yeah. On any attack rolls it makes. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Any Vessel? Anything else you wish to do?
I think I'm not concerned about firewalls. I stay close to the door, hoping that Trovic will find a way out.
Okay. Bonus action. Do you have any inspiration dice left? I'm not sure if you intend to.
Yes, I have 1 left, I think, but...
you hold it for now?
Yeah, I don't know. No, right now, I think I'm just hoping for Trovic to save the day.
Speaking of Trovic, what are you doing?
Trovic is not one to flee, you know this, right?
Yeah.
I don't care. You just do you.
Best he can, he said he's 100 feet away.
Yep.
So as best he can, he's gonna hobble his 40 feet total, because he can only move 20 feet per dash right now. He's gonna move 40 feet total towards the creatures. Enraged, though.
What's the name? The Robert De Niro fight scene in The Irishman, where he's supposed to be 39 and he looks like he's in his 80s. Yeah. Slowly moving. All right. So even with a charge, that puts you, what, 40, you said?
Well, yeah, if I my speed is 20, so I move 40.
Okay. So Trovic is trying to charge in. Then it is Garsuth the Gruesome.
But I do rage.
Oh, nice. The fire in your eyes seems to match that which encircles Garsuth. Now, at the start of Garsuth's turn, some of the flames from the books that are around him begin to pick up and kind of surge back into him, seeming to restore his form. He then will move forward 30, so you move 40, 70, so you're still 30 feet away. I guess he could charge, eh? So he will do so. Comes racing in and he will try and whack you with one of that with that big sword of his. So let's see here, and he has disadvantage on this. Where's my other dice? My worst roll is a 15. What's your AC, Trovic? Oh, you might be muted, Carl.
Oh yeah, he's muted.
Yeah, it's a 14 right now because he's raging.
Oh shit. Okay. So he tags you.
Oh no, he hasn't. No, he hasn't done a reckless attack, so it is 16.
Oh, nice. Oh, 15. Well, 15 was what I rolled. So, so then he hits you, and you take 14 points of slashing damage, and
Just to be sure, didn't Carl say he had AC 16?
No, it's 14. It's 14.
14. Oh yeah.
15.
You get advantage if I'm reckless.
Okay.
14.
So yeah, you take 14 points of slashing damage. So if you have that, and then you take 5 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And that is all of his actions this round. And the only thing you can hear him kind of cry out in any semblance of intelligible way is "No!" Kabobo, what are you doing?
This round I'm going to throw an Eldritch Blast at him.
Hold on. Are you saying that as a warlock, you're going to go with the unusual?
I am.
Nice. I tell you guys that when my niece played her warlock for the first time too, first fucking thing she did was Hex and Eldritch Blast.
Oh, totally.
I was like, you've already mastered this class. You're so good at this game. All right.
I'm going to use my Fury of the Small on this attack.
Nice. What does that do?
Adds 5 damage to it.
Fantastic. So, and remind us again, what does your Eldritch Blast look like?
I don't remember what I said. I think it was I think it's like a white streak, a white mana.
Nice, like a pulse that comes from your staff.
Yeah.
Okay, so it cuts into this thing, and it so that's 12 points of damage in total. He does not resist any of that. But as it does, that's a force one. It punctures, and like like a rock dropped on a thin crust of lava, it actually pulses out. And I need Trovic to give us a dexterity save, please.
Okay.
DC is 16. Nice. All right, so you avoid it. It pulses out, and you miss that fire as it hits the ground, but it kind of burns the floor, the veneered floor of the library where it hits. Next up, we're top of the round again. Dr. Cardinal, what do you got on deck?
You can hear him muttering about desecration and other things. He's about 100 foot away. Okay, I think I'm going to shoot him again.
Okay. So go ahead and make an attack roll. Phew. That does not hit. You guys have 5 points of Astonishing Fortune left. Do you wish to spend a reroll?
I think not this early in the combat.
Yeah, it's the DM. I cannot tell you. I've had them sitting here, and I keep having to I keep inadvertently picking them up. I'm like, no, don't fucking.
No.
So did you say no there, Mo?
No, I think he's too early in the combat to risk that.
So shot goes off. Wild. Anything else you're doing this round?
Can I do a manipulate action and pull out my water skin?
Yes, you can. Okay, so your water skin is
I'll
in
pull
your...
out the water skin out of my pack, and I'm thinking about maybe trying to throw it on it.
Wait, is it in your pack, or is it at your side? Because
Actually, thinking about it, it probably would be sort of tied to the side of the pack, really.
Okay, so you've grabbed that, and that's it. I don't care about what your future plans are. I just want to know what you're doing right now. Okay, so then you're done. Vasul, what do you got on for us?
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, no chance into calming this gruesome fiery beast. So I will just continue to mock him. I think that works.
Yeah, that's effective strategy, definitely.
Yeah. So it's just you can't even hit a small minotaur. So I mean, and still you're fighting like, I don't know. So I just tried to mock him again.
Okay, let's make my save here. I got -1. I rolled 10 on my save. I failed again.
Yeah, so that's 7 psychic damage.
Nice, and disadvantage on his attacks. Then, Vessel, anything else you're doing?
Yeah, I'm still not sure. So the door was, I don't know. No, I'm going a little bit away from the door, maybe two steps closer into the room.
Okay.
And yeah, well, we'll see what I do with it.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds like Vessel's going to be interested to find out too. So, Trovik, what are you doing?
Reckless attack and attacking as many times as I can.
Nice.
Future.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should give you bardic inspiration for this one. Trovik, now get him.
Nice.
He's weak.
What is that? Okay.
So 1d8, I think.
Okay.
1d8 or 1d6? 1d6, isn't it?
I think it's 1d8, maybe. I'm 5th
Oh, wait,
level.
you're 5th level, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, 19. So with advantage, that is a hit. Now, hold on. We'll do these one at a time because you actually need to make dex saves in between. So that is 11 points of damage. Okay. Would you give us a dex save against 16, please? Nice. You anticipate the burst of magma that came out. So you cut and deke out of the way. Go ahead and make your second attack.
Yeah, I guess.
Or are you going to hit him with your horns
now?
now?
I mean, the horns, I can get a horns.
Go ahead.
But, Missy something on.
Yeah.
Huh. So I can actually push it away, but I don't know. It says, is it 2 sizes or 1 size larger than me?
It's 1 size larger.
Horn? Okay, I don't know. As part of the attack action, I can push it away. Maybe I'd rather do damage. I don't know.
What do you think?
I'll just do damage.
Okay.
I don't know if they can do both.
So go ahead and give us your horn attack here. Solid hit as well. And then one more dex save, please.
Nope.
Oh, no. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to take the damage off of him first. All right. Then for you, unfortunately, slamming your head up against a blast furnace proved to be a little dangerous. And you are washed in fire. And you take 5 points of fire damage. And I need a wisdom save against 16 from you, please.
Okay.
So, you are going to be driven into a fury that will not distinguish between opponents. Do you want to make or spend Astonishing Fortune to re-roll that wisdom save?
No, no one's around me.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
and then you have your final attack still.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a hit as well. And one more dex save, please.
Okay. I can use Bardic Inspiration for these as well, right?
I think it depends on the school, on whether you can spend it on damage. Is that right, guys? I don't remember how...
Yeah, on damage, no. I think he wanted to use it on the dex save.
Throw if I'm close.
Oh, on your save, yeah. So you could spend Astonishing Fortune and then spend it on your save if you like.
Oh, well, we're going to roll the save.
Oh, for the dex save, I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, so just, I think you can use the D8 for the dex save. So.
Yes, yeah.
All right. But I don't need
solid.
it.
Don't even need it.
Okay.
All right, this is the kind of like touched a hot pot. You don't need to touch it again.
Yeah.
Thing. Great. All right. So then, Tropik, is that the end of your round?
That is the end of my round. Yep.
Excellent. So Garsuth the Gruesome. First fire flows back into him. And it seems to be spreading, guys, the fire. Then it is, although what you notice is when the fire has been drawn in from books, that section seems to go out. then he is going to. So you recklessly attacked, and he's got disadvantage, so he's just rolling a normal attack on you. He's going to hit twice with the. He's actually returning the favor twice with the weapon and once with the horns. He actually may have been a Minotaur in life. So first. Ooh, he's got a special ability. Yeah, he'll just use the attack instead, I think. Okay, so first one is
hammering horns.
A 12. So a miss with that first one. One of the stacks, the end of it is just shattered by this massive flaming sword. He swings it back. A 3. So it's a 10 is a miss as well. And then his horns try to go down and hit you. That's a 23. Mm-hmm. So then you take that is 6 points of piercing damage and 8 points of fire damage. And I need a strength save from you, DC 16. I think you've got advantage on all strength saves, right? Oh, yeah. So he tries to knock you back with his horns, and you sort of screech back like maybe 3 feet with your your hooves, leaving like burned marks on the ground. But he does not drive you away. Is
that hammering horns? Because I have that ability too.
No, it's a different thing.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like the way it's written here, I don't think I can do damage and do that.
No, you got to choose one or the other. This is just something that his special ability is. That is the end of Garsuth's turn. Kabobo, you're up next. What are you doing?
I'm gonna move towards the section of the library that he's extinguished from drawing from its power.
Okay.
Like, basically trying to stay out of the flames.
Yep.
And I'm gonna hurl another Eldritch Blast at
Sounds
him.
good.
Oh.
2 nat ones.
Wow.
Oh, God. So I think we decided we were not using critical failures in this game before, so you're not hitting Trovic with that. Do you have anything else you wish to do?
Yeah, I'll use my bonus action and 2 of my healing light.
You could also spend Astonishing Fortune to re-roll if you like.
I'll keep those for now. I'm gonna heal Trovic.
Nice.
I'm actually gonna use all but 1. I'll keep 1. Or no, I can only do 2 at a time.
Okay.
Oh wait, I don't remember. And so I don't think it rolls it if I. So then I think they're just D6s.
That sounds right. So we click on the ability, we can actually change it so that change your ability so that it makes the roll for you.
Well, you can.
Yeah. You just have to edit the text and put in double square brackets and then 2d6 and then end square brackets.
Okay, I'll do that after this. So
Okay,
yeah,
so let's roll 2d6.
Oops. 56. Oh man, am I rolling bad today?
Oh, all right. So Trovic, you regain 3 hit points.
What a waste.
Some white. I mean, you're trying to avoid the burning, library around you, right? Then it is Dr. Cardinal. What do you got in mind?
Cardinal's just been struck that maybe he should concentrate on getting us out. He's going to try and actually dampen the lock and then try and pick it with the thieves' tools. Now, whether I have to dampen it this turn, pull out the thieves' tool and...
Yeah, so like you've got a crossbow in one hand and you've got a water thing in the other one. You're going to have to drop something in order to open the water skin.
Yeah.
Okay, so
the crossbow's on a sling. Well, I just drop it on the floor. I'll
you drop it on the floor.
Door if we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we get it open, I'll just boot it through and pick it up on the other side.
Okay, so you drop down your crossbow, you uncork the thing, and you pour it over the
plate.
Yep, what do you call it? The handles, and steam is just. It's like pouring it onto a hot element.
Right, and he'll try and can I? Or I'd have to do the Eye of Thieves thing next turn. Because
Yes,
I'd have to withdraw them out of somewhere. Okay, so he's obviously got gauntlets on, but he'll just start grabbing the toolkit and saying, "I'm trying to get us out."
Okay.
And he say, "Senator, can you do anything here?" As well, we'll just shout.
Okay. He looks down at you. Flee.
Can you help us with the fleeing part?
Okay. Flee. Vasul, you're up next. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused what Dr. Cardinal is doing, because that is not the way we do it here. So I would just say I turn around and cast Dispel Magic on the door. I think it's magically locked.
Ooh, good point.
Okay.
Whatever of kind of magical effect is on it, I want to remove it so we can go out.
Okay, so let's hear. I think you need to make a check here.
Yeah.
Let me see.
So I'm copying this.
It's
first.
10 plus a spell level. All right, so
Yes. So and I would roll, and I have a +6, and I would use 1 point of astonishing fortune to get advantage on this roll.
oh, done. DC is going to be 16.
16. So yeah, I'm just rolling 2d20, and then we pick the higher one. So nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yes.
Beautiful. All right, so the what does it look like as you turn it, and then the heat and the locking mechanism disappears from the door?
Yeah, I think he's just commanding the door. Yes, by order of the Associate Senate, you have to open right now.
It unlocks, and I think Dr. Cardinal doesn't hear that. And after he finishes pouring water out, he's like, "I did it, guys! I did it." Vasul, do you have anything else you wish to do?
Yeah, if I can, I would just open the door, just as a move action, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, you have to move towards the door, right? Because you moved someone into the room. Okay, so you move your back next to the door where Dr. Cardinal is pouring water on the thing. Trovek, what are you doing?
Same thing. I mean, Trovek can't flee, right? I'm in that fury, so.
Yeah.
All right.
You can make a save at the start of each round to try and get rid of that.
Okay.
So you can do and that doesn't take an action. It's wisdom save.
Okay. Well, I do my first attack, and I'll do the.
Okay, solid hit. So that is 11. All right.
12 probably does not make it.
12 does not make it. You're still. Oh, but remember, you've got your inspiration you could use.
Oh, I can use that.
Yeah, it's 1d8, I believe.
Yep.
7.
Nice. Yep. You shake free of it. This is one of the things that the Gruul clan teaches you, right? Is learning to master your rage, not just losing yourself to it.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was only you got one attack off. You can now use your horns if you like.
Okay, I will. Do I need to roll that deck save for the fire?
Oh yes, you do. Yes, for the first hit. Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Easy. Yeah. Keep yourself
And this
out of the
time
way.
I'll use my horn attack to push it back, to attempt to push it back.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'll give you the DC if it's successful. 17.
Solid hit. Yep. So what's the DC?
It's 8 plus my proficiency bonus plus strength modifier. My strength modifier is a 4, and my proficiency bonus, I guess it's a 2 right now, right? Since
it's 3, isn't it, at level 5?
Yeah,
Right,
I suppose. Yeah.
I think it's 3 at level 5.
Yeah. And it's, as long as it's not huge, it's one size category above me.
Yes, that's right. It's only one size.
All right.
Yeah, you guys have +3 to proficiency, so that makes it a 15. I need to roll against. And it's a Constitution or a Strength?
Strength.
Strength. Okay, so I got a +4 on this. See here, and I rolled a 9, which means I rolled a 13. You actually hammer this thing, and it moves back 5 feet. So you have a gap now. Do you wish to attack again, or do you want to?
10 feet, actually.
Oh, 10 feet, amazing.
Yeah.
So
and now I'm gonna limp backwards my 20 feet. Quickly.
Staggering back.
I mean, it did some damage to it, but I think it's better to use that last.
All right. So that means you are about 50 feet away from the door at this point, because you had moved. Wait, is that right? No, you move 3 and 4. You're actually only 20 feet away from the door because this thing had charged in on you.
Okay.
All right, so we got Vasul at the door. We got Kabobo a little bit in the room, probably 30 feet in the room. We got Dr. Cardinal at the door, and we have Garsooth's turn. So once again, it breathes and fire comes back into it.
Yep.
Then it is, Garsooth's turn. So with the gap between the two, it now once again kind of calls out and races in. It's going to start with the horns here on you. I got this regular. No, I got advantage now on the attack because of reckless, right?
No, I didn't do a reckless.
Oh, you didn't do reckless last time.
The first attack was reckless.
Okay, it was okay. Okay, so. Yeah. Then roll twice. Nat 20. Shit. First nat 20 back from vacation. So let's see here. But it was only the horns, so that means 10 points of piercing damage, which you'll have because you're rage, and then you take 3 points of fire damage. Okay. And then I need a strength save from you, please. Now, you can choose to willfully fail this if you want. Okay, so you're not knocked back at all.
Okay.
Then it's going to swing its mighty sword twice. First time. It's a 22. The slashing damage is only 8, so half down to 4. Mm-hmm. And the fire damage on that one is 2. And then the second attack is, let's see here, 18 is 25. Slashing damage is 11, down to 5. And then the fire damage is only 1. All right. And that is the end of Garsooth the Gruesome's turn. Kabobo, what are you doing? Oh, you're muted, Jeff.
Oh, right, I'm muted, right. Unfortunately, my only other powerful offensive spell, I have to be really close to him, and I don't really want to do that.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah.
I guess you're kind of close, though. Well, I moved back 20 feet.
I have to be within 15 feet of him.
You could do that within the move, the way I'm, because you would have moved.
You're like, if you move 30... And we were at 50. So.
They're 20 feet away from the door at this point, so they're actually probably closer to the door than what you are, Kabobo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. It's yeah, I guess I will. I see the well, I mean, otherwise, but I can use my spell to cure Trovic instead. I only get 2 spells, so.
Yeah, Trovic's gonna go down the next.
Oh, I know.
I mean, pretty messed up.
And I don't think we can carry you out of here. I can't go toe to toe with this thing, so I'm gonna cure wounds on you.
Okay. So that's maximized as well. Let's see here.
Oh,
nice.
Okay, no, that's not bad. That's not bad.
20 points back from Kabobo.
Oh.
And I'll use my bonus action, and the healing light flows through him at the same time, and so.
Don't forget to move, though. Don't forget to move.
No, I'll move. And that's the last of it. And whoops, I can't go to -1, but you do get roll 2d6 more. Come on! That is unreal.
Because that white magic's not flowing through the green.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and then I'm gonna move towards the door.
Okay.
I ruled green and black, right? I thought they were.
Yeah. The
color. What are the colors?
Orzhov is, I think, black and white.
Yeah. Horizontal.
No, but I think cool is like green and black, isn't it?
Green and red.
No, red.
Green and red.
Yeah. Yeah, green and red.
So if you're colorblind, it's all brown to you.
Exactly. Oh, man. Okay, so then, Kabobo, you go racing to the now unlocked door. So you are all standing before that door now. Dr. Cardinal, you were going to reach for your thieves' tools this round, but it appears that the door is unlocked and cooled.
Well, I was sort of kneeling by the door, so I'll just pick up the crossbow. Did you open the door, Vasul, or did you just...
No, it needs
I
to be
couldn't.
open.
Right, in that case, I will then boot it open.
Okay. Well, you can't boot. If you just kick the door, you're going to hurt yourself. You need to grab the handle and open the
Oh, I
door.
see, it's open. Yeah, well, in that case, pick up the crossbow and just pull the door.
Okay. So, yeah, you throw the door open and you can move through it if you like.
Yeah, I will do, and I shall either grab the crossbow or just boot it
No,
forward.
you already said you grabbed the crossbow, so that's your
Oh,
actions.
yeah, I will move through the door and...
Vasul, and your turn's over. Vasul, what are you doing?
Yeah, follow me. I think I will just go through the door and
You're through the door?
Dr. Cardinal's going to say, you can close this behind us, right?
no, I won't. Why?
Kabobo's eyes get bigger. What?
I
Trovic,
can't understand.
what are you doing? Oh, sorry, Vasul, did you have anything else you wanted to do?
I can't really. I mean, I can. Yeah. Well, come on. Let's do something weird. So I think I will just mock him again
Yeah.
and say that this Velustra is really behind him. So he just has to turn around and see her.
Nice.
He's making fun of him all along.
All right.
Okay. Give us a deception check, please.
Okay.
Hang on, the X-ray machine is here, so I think I'm going to have to drop out for a bit.
That's okay. Come back in if you
not.
can, Mo. If not, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
17.
Awesome. Yeah. So I'm actually going to impose disadvantage on his save for this. So the...
That's okay.
I'm just going to boot. There we go. I muted Mo in...
Yeah, he forgot to mute.
Dr. Hamilton, Dr. James Hamilton.
All right, so then it is Trovic's turn. Oh, yeah, I gotta make a save. Hold on, I gotta get Vicious Mockery. So let's see here. Okay. I have a -1 to my save, and I rolled an 11. So...
5 more psychic damage then.
Yeah. All right. Then it is Trovic's turn, followed shortly by Garsuth.
How does retreating or withdrawing work? You
Withdrawing,
get
I believe, is
attack.
an action, and you can move your...
Kabobo is...
I think it's your full
Kabobo is...
thing.
Yeah. You can use your full move and retreat.
And then no attacks of opportunity.
I feel like I don't know how this will work, Kevin. But I feel like Trovic would wait until Kabobo is free. So if I can hold my action, let Garsuth attack
Absolutely.
me,
Yep.
and then let Kabobo get through.
Yep. I'll put you down in the initiative order.
And then Trovic will.
Yep.
So
Okay,
I'm
so
going to hold my action then to make sure Kabobo gets out.
absolutely. So Garsuth has
Hopefully I did not hear what Dr. Cardinal said about leaving friends behind, or companions behind. Because I could pretend I'm still in a fury, although
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't help myself. All right, so let's first.
I look to Kabobo and go, thank you, my friend. Get out of here first. I will follow quick.
Okay, and then
The roaring
Garsuth
of the flames.
once again draws more of the flames into him. It seems as if he's burned through almost all of the different sections.
Poor library. It's like Alexandria all over again.
Exactly. Alas. Okay, so then we got he's going to do his 2 sword attacks first. You haven't acted yet, so...
It's at a disadvantage.
He's at disadvantage then, yeah. Okay.
That can help.
So, let's see here. We've got... first attack is... My best roll is a 9, including bonus. So, swings at you and you miss. He's still half swinging at Velustra. Second swing, my worst roll, my best roll is a nat 20.
Ooh.
My worst roll is a 14.
Still as a hit, but I
Damn
take
it.
the 14.
Okay.
Take the 14.
14. You take. God dang. 16 points of slashing, which will be halved down to 8.
Yeah.
So 8 points of slashing, and then the only 1 point of fire.
Oh, that's good.
And then he has his horn. Disadvantage on this. Sweeps down to try and get you. My best roll is worst roll is a 22. So I do hit. And you take, how much damage is this?
I will let myself get pushed back if he's pushing
Yeah, you can
me back.
automatically say, so you'll be thrown into the hallway.
Okay.
And then you take 7 points of piercing damage, which will be halved down to 3.
3.
And then you take 5 points of fire damage from that. And you're thrown back into the hallway. You sort of slam, down between Dr. Cardinal and
Rasul?
yes. I'm just letting Mo know he needs to unmute himself. Okay, so the hammers you and you get down. So Kabobo, you see this happen. Kabobo, your turn. What are you doing?
GTFO.
All right, so you scramble out of the hallway and
You
into
can close the door, I guess,
Oh.
right? You have enough action to close the door?
Yeah, I do. And since you're thrown through it, you might as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the doors is shut. Then Trovic.
If there's still a door open,
Yep,
if you can get up and grab the door and close it shut, you would do so.
definitely. Yeah, it's only half an action, half of your move to get up. So you scramble
Get
up,
up, yeah.
stagger forward, and slam the door shut.
Yeah.
Dr. Cardinal. Oh, let's see if Mo is back here. Cannot hear you, Mo. You're still muted in Zoom.
Sorry, I just muted while I was sneezing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the fastest X-ray I've ever had.
Nice.
Right, so sorry, where
done
were
by
we?
Superman.
We're all out of the room. We made it. Gotta lock the door or something. I don't know. Jam something.
Could I try physically locking them if we're all out?
Yeah, you could. Give us a... So you grab your thieves' tools out and then just try to sabotage this. Give us a... what do you call it? A tool check with your thieves' tools and dexterity.
Actually, on the sheet it says intelligence for thieves' tools.
All right, but you can change that. It's a drop-down menu.
Oh, excellent.
5e, we can do whatever we want. We're living wild here.
All right.
So a 12.
Territory.
12 is... okay, so you think you've sort of fumbled something in there. Vessel, what are you doing?
I don't know. I think we have to go down. At least there is a Boros Legion to support us.
Can you like do the reverse of what you just did? Like, can you?
No.
Oh.
I can only disturb spells and destroy them, but not weave them at that power.
You're an online critic. Can't make anything. I can just destroy shit.
Yeah,
So what would you like to do then, Vessel?
outside.
So I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you because we're talking over each other.
Yeah. What are you doing, Vessel?
Yeah, so I would just I would convince the others to go down, and we have to move further along. We have everything we need from the library. Just go down. We
Okay.
need backup. We can't fight him alone.
Okay. Then do you start moving down the stairs?
Yes.
So, what you guys hear from the far side of the door is like the roaring of flames flaring up and licking underneath the door. And you can see that the professor, or the senator, not professor, Senator Balistan is still kind of drifting in here. And he says,
Oh, he's quite cross with you.
"Wait!" And he gestures forward, and there's kind of a white, like a beam of light that sort of goes up the door. And he says,
He will not pass through here. Run!
What do you guys do?
Tell me twice. Run.
Okay.
Yeah, run.
So all you're racing down the stairs. You guys are realizing that Trovic is having a much harder time of this than you would have expected.
Yeah.
He's stumbling along.
Fatigued.
No, I can only do spare the dying, which doesn't really help in this point.
So I could just heal him once, but it won't make him faster. But
No, it's not going to make him faster. You actually need greater restoration for it.
yeah, but I don't have that. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. I'm.
Get better at your spells, elephant. Come on.
Yeah.
No,
So
I mean,
yeah, I would just.
That's a 5th level spell. I mean,
Well, can Vasul and me help Trovic? You know, sort of help him sort of move a bit faster.
Yeah, I can. No, I would just first heal him because I don't know what the exact problem is, but he looks quite battered. So
yeah.
yeah,
So you pause for a moment, cast a spell on him. Go ahead.
yeah. No, it didn't work. Why didn't it work?
Did it prompt you to see if it was upcasting? Or maybe a pop-up menu?
Yeah, I don't really know.
There we
So
go.
no, that is just a description. Why is this happening? That didn't happen before.
Maybe out tab to see if you've got a hidden box.
No. Normally I just. Oh, I can use it here. Wait a minute. So. But it doesn't roll it. I can click this button, but it doesn't. So it's 1d8 plus 3. I can just
Okay.
use another thing.
Okay. There you go. So
yeah.
6 points of health back.
Now I see that there was some kind of input value thing request, but I couldn't see that.
Oh, okay, yeah. So as soon as you cast this on him, Trovic, what you see, you can feel a little bit of life come back to you, and Kabobo, you notice that further up the stairs, one of the sconces on the wall flares to life with fire.
Uh-oh.
Gonna come through.
I will point that out.
Okay.
We
What do
gotta
you guys
keep
do
moving.
next?
Yeah. We
Move.
Okay, so you're down to the level with past one laboratory, down to the spore lab. You cross the spore lab to get to the other set of stairs and begin making your way down. Where is it you're intending to go? Are you trying to get out of the building altogether?
just down where the Boros camp was. So
Yeah, the big room where the Boros was establishing like a fallback position.
Okay. So you go racing down, and you may remember that's that big atrium kind of room that also serves as kind of a kill box if people break through into the fortress. You make your way down into that room, and as you come around, you can see there is a camp here. There are no legionnaires. There's no sign of anybody.
Farce.
There is no burning here, though.
I must admit, were these the guys that had been storing the high explosive we found earlier? Or was that a different legion?
That's outside of the tower, well away from it.
Okay, I'll call out anyone here.
I would say keep moving. Keep moving.
Yeah.
I think we have to move to the door out of the building.
Okay.
Just
Out
going
or
through,
down, or out or down. I mean,
or down. Yeah.
maybe.
Do you feel like having another fight? Going down?
I don't know if I'd survive another fight, but that is irrelevant. However, this Garsuit really hates the other denizen in here, so maybe if they fight each other, and maybe that's what the other legion, the rest of the group found.
Okay, so yeah. I think I trust the Minotaur.
Okay. So where are you guys going?
Keep going down. We haven't gone down yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
What do the others say? Down?
All right.
Yeah, if we can sucker it into something else, yeah.
Okay. So you go racing down. The next level down appears to be a mix of quarters and some kind of armory. The armory is almost entirely empty apart from some weapons that are on the ground. No sign of life, and there is another layer below this.
keep going down, I think.
The next
we don't
lady,
see any Boris Legion, any evidence of fighting or anything?
not here, no.
Okay.
If you did take time, well, let's do this. I'll give you. Everyone can make an investigation at disadvantage. Let's just see if you happen to notice anything as you were running through that empty camp. Holy shit, Vessel.
Vasul, baby.
There was definitely, so with a roll that good, and a nat 20 from Dr. Cardinal. So here's what you guys get. There was a fight in the camp. Because things have been knocked over and whatnot, and there's no sign of burning. So, the things that you saw with Garsuth, that didn't happen here. And with a nat 20, Dr. Cardinal, what you see is a pair of handprints that are on the ground and then seem to drag along it and then suddenly disappear.
Are they going towards the next down?
Well, it's on the floor. They're not pointing in any general direction, but you may remember seeing something similar outside.
Yeah.
Yes, it was drawn on the thing, wasn't it?
So maybe we have to go upwards to the machinery again. But I don't know how to get up there. Maybe we just go deeper down.
Yeah.
Okay, you race one further level down, and what you find is, let's see, I was rewatching that last session too, and I realized, I think my reference to the orrery of Ogra was lost on you, Ingolf. So, did I load it? I did not. Give me a second here. I actually downloaded a photo of it. Let me put that in there for you. Because this is where you find yourself. It is a room now, as opposed to the fine kind of markings of the orrery. Instead, what you find is what looks like it would be the deep guts of a a bit of machinery. So this is almost like industrial scale, an apparatus in here. If you don't need to make a roll here, Dr. Cardinal, but if you were to guess, this is the guts of the machine that is operated on top. And here we go. So this is sort of the... Here we go. This is similar to what the complex that you were in before looked like. The apparatus room, where there's the control panels and whatnot. That's what this sort of looks like. It's all these things above you. Where you're at now, it looks like a combination of like a industrial boiler, a 19th century steam, like metalwork shop, like a big steel smelting shop, and a locomotive. But it's completely still. Dr. Cardinal, why don't you give us a Tinker's Tools roll, please, with intelligence. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Nothing you can tell. You'd have to take a closer look at these things to figure out what the hell's going on. It appears there is one more level beneath this. You can see on the far side.
Just wondering if I could jury-rig this as a weapon.
I'm pretty sure that he will not destroy this.
Well, I'm willing to... I suggest the others go over by the next down one, and I'll see if I can spend a round or two or whatever. See if I can work out what this is.
It's going to take you much longer than that. Rounds in 5th edition are only 6 seconds. You're going to need to spend at least an hour to try and figure out what the hell this is.
I suppose we could hope that the thing went outside.
What do you guys wish to do?
Basul would take out the lantern and just switch it on. to see if something is hidden here.
Okay.
Good idea.
Let me see here. There we go. All right. So you switch this on and begin kind of looking around. Would you give us a perception check, please?
Perception check. Yes, I would. Oh, yeah, I should have used Astonishing Fortune before, so it's only 14.
It's only 14. Okay. So you're looking around, and nothing. Anyone else can make a perception roll, because it doesn't grant the viewer or the holder the way to perceive. It's just it reveals anything that is there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's not enough time to take a breather and get some health.
Your choice. If you want to take 5 minutes, yeah. So okay. So none of you can.
Oh, we're still running.
Yeah. You've just kind of caught yourself running. Stopped right now in here. There are no sounds of anyone pursuing you at this point.
So is that cool if everyone wants to take a breath?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's gonna do it then.
Okay, so here's your.
Yeah, just do this, and I think I leave the lantern on because I'm fearing that we will be attacked again, but this time from below or something.
Okay. So you keep it there. Nice. All right. So Trovik gets some hit points back. Awesome. Anyone else who has like your Kabobo, your spells will refresh. Anyone else who has things that refresh on a short rest, you get those back.
So I get my spell slots back, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, and...
Oh, you're short rest.
Yeah. Right,
yeah.
Okay.
So then, with you guys resting in the bowels of this giant engine, and knowing that there is below... So one of the things... Does anyone have any abilities that give you automatic sense of depth? I know like dwarves have that in certain editions. I can't remember if any of your classes or your races have those. So I guess just using common sense with a moment, you're below the surface right now, which means that either Zunak's tower goes underneath the ground when it manifests, or there's some kind of like, you know, TARDIS-style pocket dimension underneath it.
Mm. Very interesting.
So the thing is not that creature is not pursuing us. It seems, huh?
Has not reached you.
Yeah. Because of my keen mind, I know which way is north and the number of hours before the next sunrise or sunset.
Okay.
But that doesn't tell me about depth.
No.
You just done the Ralph Wiggum thing. My cat's breath smells like cat food. All right.
Since we've rested, I'm going to cast another healing spell on Trovik.
Sure.
Might as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go.
Nice 20 points back.
Wow.
Holy shit.
If you could do something about this limp.
A short rest doesn't help.
No. It says long rest to get rid of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Exhaustion is like a little. It's a pretty nasty condition that is little used.
Yeah.
Or little. You know, it's like encumbrance.
It's a cool. I actually, when I for like short after 5th edition came out, I did a bunch of conversions for the Iron Gods Adventure Path for this, and the way I converted over all the radiation rules was with exhaustion, because it's such
a great idea.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can die from exhaustion.
Yeah, it's brutal. And it makes those like anything that protects against radiation or prevents radiation poisoning. It makes those items and spells really fucking useful, because exhaustion's such a pain in the ass. Sorry, Ingolf, I interrupted you.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say, so I think that Vasul would kind of investigate the room, but not looking for the machinery, but for other things that may be important. So I'm looking for a demir, so that there won't be is it parts, but
Yeah.
something other hidden? I don't know.
Sure, give us an investigation check, please. Let's see what you turn up in here.
Yeah,
Nice.
15.
So what you can find, looking around, there's a dog howling somewhere in here.
Yes.
No doubt the Boros hounds outside trying to get in. What you can find, there are some footprints that are on the floor here, but beyond where you guys have been walking around. The other thing is there is the scent of fresh, I think my Hello Fresh or whatever chef's plate was just delivered. Yeah. So she's yelling at them. What you can smell is it's like a combination of a park and an herb garden.
Oh.
And it gets stronger the closer you get to the stairs down.
Okay.
The
There's
machinery
some-
here, there's the smell obviously of in here of dust and oil and whatnot. One thing you can tell is that, barring it being, it doesn't seem as if the Boros Legionnaires that they made it down here. Like the other people that you separated with, it does not appear that they made it down here because there's no like multiple sets of footprints. There is one set of footprints that goes down.
Okay.
Human size.
So maybe they like fled the tower again.
They may have, yes.
So just to be curious, so our dear friend who entered the tower with us, he does not have, so I did not look at his shoes, so I could probably not tell whether this is his footprints.
A 15 is pretty good. I'm not sure it's quite good enough. You could try again if you're trying to specifically look at that. I think the difficulty's probably like without having taken a look at the guy's foot and looking at this here, it's probably an 18, which is quite hard, I know, but
Yeah, but I honestly think I will just get 1 point of fortune, so you get 11, and then I can just roll with advantage and hope for the best.
Mm-hmm.
So you said perception or investigation?
investigation, please.
Okay. Yeah.
Fuck yeah! This is definitely a smaller and more slender footprint.
Okay.
Humanoid still. So, it could be half elf, could be elf, could be human. If you were to guess, it might even be a woman's footprint. Similar kind of like tabby style footprint though.
I think we found a footprint of the balustra, but I'm not sure. Look here.
So
Maybe
he points it out to you guys, and yeah, there's no other sign in here. Dr. Cardinal, I'm assuming you've been sort of trying to take in this time what is, what the function of this apparatus is, and you would guess that this is the power source to the whatever apparatus is operating upstairs.
Oh.
But it is not working right now. This is not functioning. Whether it is broken or whether it has been broken is another question that will take you. That's where the hour would be required to really get in the guts of it and try and figure out what's going on.
Well, I'm happy to do that if we are going to risk staying here for an hour.
What do you guys think?
It seems that thing is not pursuing. Maybe they have like a agreement of splitting the territory. Then that means that like central room, that first atrium might be like the border.
You are aware that below us is something like an herb garden or something. So I would imagine that maybe we encountered these strange creatures, which looked like they were some kind of, I think, wasn't it called Golgari something or so? So maybe it's them? I don't know.
So, what Trovik has connections with the Golgari. Trovik, if what you know of the Golgari are associated with a form of life, like with insects and with spores and molds and things like that. What you saw in the lab, for instance, is for sure something of the Golgari. They are not associated with like trees and things that grow in light. The Golgari, their life spreads in the darkness. So it could very well be that down below it's dark, but it would be unlikely that the odors that you're picking up, Vessel, that those would be associated with the Golgari. If anything, you might guess Selznai Conclave, or something else that celebrates what we would expect of like the vibrancy of a big open, untouched forest with open, clean blue skies.
There might be something that get rid of Trovik's exhaustion as well. Some herbs or fruits that could be reused.
Okay, but I think maybe we are looking at the machinery just to get a glimpse, and then we could move down and see. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, we can check out downstairs, and then if necessary we can come back and have another look at this.
No, I think you should first look at this, and we will just, recuperate a bit, and then or I don't know, do you guys think?
Oh, you want to fall back? See if our buddies are still alive?
Yeah, we could,
outside the party, outside the tower.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, but I think we will not learn anything more here, so it's probably better to go down, and then if we get into trouble, just move out and try again. I don't know.
Dr. Cardinal sort of looks longingly at the machines, but I think Basul is right. Let's see what's down there. And
his wrench slowly goes down
before we make a decision.
So what are you guys doing then?
Finish seeing the rest of this facility.
Okay.
Or the tower.
So you head down, and you're needing to rely on Kabobo's staff, and Dr. Cardinal will have to light a new bolt because he would have fired that first one off into Garsooth. Yep. At first, it's dark.
Got the light on.
Okay. So you're going to cast light on it again?
No, it's one of the special Tinker's effects. You can make things have certain magical effects.
No, I get that, Mo, but are you able to do that at will, or is it something that once you've done it, you need to rest or something before you could do it again?
Yeah, but it was always on the crossbow, not the bolts.
I thought that you had described it as being on the bolt every other time we've talked about this. And I did watch the last session last time, before this one.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just say I don't then. So could we light the lantern up? Isn't that giving us light?
The light is giving light as well. The lantern's giving light as well, as is Kabobo's staff. But if you guys want multiple sources of light, that's
yeah.
Okay. So you're not going to cast light. All right. So then, you guys are relying on that light to wind your way down. The staircase continues in the sort of darkness that you have seen from before. This is a tighter spiral on this one than you've seen in the others. And as you get close to the edge, there is what looks like daylight coming through. It has that quality that sunlight has. And as you walk out of the staircase, you find yourself on the edge of the tower. And the tower, remember, it's about 400, 500 feet across. This is what you find yourself looking at.
That's cool. Freaky.
And in the middle of this, you can see there is, almost like marking the center part of the tower, there is an enormous twisting kind of yew tree. It has that aged kind of weird crooked way that those types of trees grow, as opposed to straight up. And you can see that there are like wild growths of herbs and different plants and things that seem to litter the ground. And all of you feel just like a flush of life as you make your way down here. And as you guys touch the ground, each of you gains 1 hit dice back. And if you're looking up, you're not sure. There is a source of where this sunlight is coming, and it appears to be right above this entire thing, but the ceiling in here must be 120 feet up. And the tree that twists up in the center of this grove that is found at the base of the tower, it seems to stretch almost to the ceiling.
Wow.
What do you guys do?
Well, I'm going to walk towards the central tree.
Okay. Dr. Cardinal is walking towards the central tree. The rest of you guys?
Feeling better? I follow.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we could all walk there, but
Okay. You all make your way. It only takes you, a short period of time, but the sun feels hot, not uncomfortable, but that like lovely warm in a kind of a late summer sun. You can hear a breeze somehow. It seems to be moving through the trees down here.
yeah. I would turn the lantern off because it seems like no sense to
Okay.
even
Lantern.
need.
Okay. You guys reach the tree without incident. You can hear there are animals that seem to be down here. Insects mostly. But not the bothersome kind, just butterflies. There's bees that kind of buzz past at one point. And you stare up at this huge twisting tree.
Can any one of us communicate with the tree?
Anybody take tree as their language? No? Anyone?
No. I don't really have any nature skills. I'm a city goblin.
I'm looking at Trovik. Trovik,
What was the name? The name of that the librarian kept, or the senator kept saying. He gave us her name, or
Velustra?
yeah.
The Demir?
Is that who we're looking for, though? I mean, I feel that this is their domain.
No, that's not her domain. I think that is. It seems like this tower is work of all the guilds in some way.
Right. Okay.
So, but sometimes these trees are sentient and you can talk to them if you know how. There isn't any dryad around here or something like that?
If you're looking around, it does not appear.
Yeah.
At least if you try and communicate with some of them, you're not wrong to think that like there are tree spirits or dryads or other kinds of things that, or even sentient trees that can be found among groups like the Selesnya Conclave. None of these seem to respond, though.
Mm.
Trovik, would you give us a nature check, please? Great. Yeah. You have 3 points of astonishing fortune left if you'd like to re-roll. We got 15 minutes left in the session.
Yeah, I'll re-roll it.
Okay.
There you go. Better. He's gonna maybe sit down after he kind of examines it, just to, the exhaustion, being beat up and healed up and beat up. He's gonna sit down for a little bit, kind of meditate in front of that tree.
And let me tell you, it feels so good to sit down against this tree. The sun is perfect. You can feel like the exhaustion bleeding from your limbs. You can feel yourself refreshed. And you kind of pick up some of the leaves that have fallen on the ground and think, oh, you know, you look around at the other trees that are making up this grove. You look at the leaf. Every single tree down here. And you think back to what you passed. It's an entire grove of the exact same type of tree. There's no biodiversity here whatsoever. It is the exact same kind of tree that has grown in every single place. And you look down at the plants, and even though they have a different kind of texture to them, and they have a different odor to them, it's the exact same leaf again. Almost like a single pattern was used to replicate every single one of the things in here. They all are expressed in a different way, but they all fit the same pattern.
Yeah.
So these are all you choose trees then?
They are, but they look different. The bark is identical, or at least the same make. It's not like the same pattern, but the leaves are the thing that really clues in Trovic to look at them more closely. And if you look at it in that way, every single thing in here, the pattern on the butterfly's wings, exact same shape as the leaves. Even a little ladybug that lands on your finger, Trovic. You look at it, the dots seem to form a pattern identical to the leaves. Do you point this out to your allies?
Yes. We'll do that.
So once he points that out, you guys look around and you can, now that it's been pointed out to you, you can see it everywhere.
Okay.
Clearly, this place is some kind of a magical fabrication.
Yeah, Dr. Cardinal's got the, so he knows what time it is. Does that track with the sun? So I know how many hours the sun sets, sunrise.
It would be, yeah, from the place, yes, it would still be the sun would still be out on the surface.
So, is this like a message or something?
Maybe there's some hidden controls. Maybe we could turn on the lamp again.
Yeah, I can turn on the lamp
the
again. Yeah, I turn on the lamp again and say, no, there's nothing here.
Okay, so you turn on the lamp, you say, no, there's nothing here. And as you look over, standing on the edge of the encampment where you guys are all sitting, or otherwise just kind of moving around, revealed by the lantern. Only instead of a man, it is a woman.
Okay.
And that is where we will leave our session. So, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for session 6 of our Ravnica Down and Out in Precinct 6 session. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. In addition, you can find a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where we have channels dedicated to this campaign, every other campaign we run on the channel, as well as a bunch of other great channels, including channels about the finding a group, setting up virtual tabletops, selecting between them. Tons of great people over there, tons of great conversations, and you are more than welcome to join us over there. In addition, there is a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. That's the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel that benefits SOS Children's Villages International. Unfortunately, the charity link is still, I'm telling them, Anna, unfortunately, the charity link is still not working. So we have, you're not able to make any donations to them yet, but I hope to have that fixed this weekend. In addition, you can, let's see here, we'll be back with this session in 2 weeks' time. So we'll see you then. Last thing I will say, I'm getting to it, is a huge thank you to our players. So, Mo, Carl, Ingolf, and Jeffrey, thank you so much for playing today, guys. Congratulations for escaping the wrath of Garsooth and for finding a book in a library. Well done.
Yeah, we ran. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Well,
then, with that, we will bring our session to a close and say, for those listening at home, we hope it gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes have found in Zunak's Tower. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.